tonight's event is celebrating women in film, women with film, women in front of the camera and women behind the camera, women's voices and women's stories.
So to celebrate International Women's Month, we've been working with an amazing group of women called Art Power to curate a selection of female-directed short films. The reactions have been incredible from people that have came. We showed about an hour and a half of short films from all over the world, all different genres, and then had a Q&A with two amazing female directors, Amelia Sears and Leanne Davis too.
I hope that tonight will give women and anyone watching indeed just a belief in themselves that they can go off and tell their uniquely personal stories. I hope that it's a night of joy, of celebration, and of also coming together to unite about stories that we don't necessarily always hear in the mainstream media.
Amazing, incredible, beautiful, really intimate ideas addressed. It was really gorgeous, really nice. It was just beautiful. I felt like I was holding tears back for most of it. It was just stunning, really beautiful, all of them. Yeah, it makes you very proud to be a woman.
It's been a really powerful and affecting event tonight. Many of the films were incredibly thought-provoking on a range of issues related to women's voices and really relevant for women in Mansfield. Everything from living in poverty to domestic violence to relationships between mothers and their daughters to caring and the challenges of being a carer as a child. Just an incredibly moving and affecting series of films.
I knew nothing about film but came because I know about women and had a great time just hearing the stories that were being told tonight and the messages behind. Really important, I think, that people are brave enough to come forward and tell their stories and create the films to get everyone else talking about it.
Just seeing a collection of amazing films, just so eye-opening, makes me reflect on my position as a man and sort of how can I support my female colleagues and my family and friends and my mother and it puts it all in a different frame. It makes you think of what they've been through and their own personal experiences and how I can consider that. There was the movie 3 and it was phenomenal. It was just thinking about pregnancy is not always this amazing thing that it just brings happiness. Actually there's loads of other things that you don't consider, and especially as a man, what I don't consider, and it's not only a learning curve but it's sort of what can we learn from that and how can we take those voices and enhance them and actually apply it to helping women.
Tonight I've been to a Women's Voices event that's been run by Mansfield Town Film Festival. I've never been to anything like this before. I was really interested because it was Women's Voices, and what was special about tonight, as well as watching these amazing short films, we got to meet some of the writers and the directors and producers as well. And some really brave women who've had to work really hard to get these films produced. And they were fantastic films, particularly The Last Resort, which was the last film we saw tonight. I really cared about the characters and I didn't want it to end.
Going forward, we're going to be doing more of these events in May, June and July. In May, we're celebrating working class talent. In June, we're celebrating LGBTQI plus voices. And then in July, just before our next film festival, we'll be showing some of the award-winning films from last year's programme.